Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, Ma'am and Miss Vicky. My name is Kezia Chrisantha from Class 9-1 with the student number of 17. Today, I would like to demonstrate on how to make a fruit salad along with its honey and lemon dressing for my English practical exam. Before we begin, we first need to prepare all of the needed utensils and ingredients. For utensils, I have this bowl as my compost bowl, a large bowl for serving, a small bowl for the dressing, a tablespoon and a teaspoon, a cutting board, and a sharpened knife. As for ingredients, I have honey, approximately half liters of water, lemon, half an apple, melon, a handful of grapes, and a handful of strawberries. The first step is to obviously wash the fruits off of any dirt and grime. However, prior to me making this video, I have already done that because I had to store the fruits inside the refrigerator to prevent them from rotting quickly. But I have not cut them into small, tiny, bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to start with that. I think I'm going to start by cutting my grapes into halves, as they are already quite small. I feel like I shouldn't cut them even tinier. I'm going to move a couple things aside. Here I'm using red grapes, but obviously you can use green grapes if you want to. I'm going to put all of the cut fruits into this big bowl because, as I've mentioned before, the big bowl is for serving. Next, I'm going to cut my strawberries. There are these green stems on strawberries, and I advise you to cut them off. Same as the grapes, I think I'm only going to cut the strawberries into halves. Prior to me making this video, I submerged my strawberries in salty water for around 3 to 4 minutes. This is because there are little pests in strawberries that may cause you a stomach ache if you digest them. After that, I rinsed my strawberries with clean water to get rid of the salty taste. Next, I'm going to cut my melon or cantaloupe or honeydew or whatever you wish to call this. My melon has been pre-sliced from the store because I feel like buying a whole melon is quite wasteful if I'm only going to use a little bit of it. If you notice, there are these little sort of deep green parts of melons. Those tend to be quite hard and quite bland. I personally do not like them in my fruit salad, so I'm going to cut them off. However, if you wish to keep it, then you can just slice the skin of the melon only. Next, I'm going to cut my last fruit, the apple. The reason why I chose to cut the apple last is because they tend to get brown easily. And brown apples, they just don't look as good as, fresh white apples. When cutting apples, I suggest you cut the pit away. Don't include any parts of the pit as they contain cyanide, which is incredibly dangerous for us humans and even other living creatures. Before I cut this apple, I have already scraped the thin layer of candle wax on the skin of the apples. Now, there are actually two ways to get rid of it. The first one is to obviously scrape it off using a knife. And the other way is, I feel like the most preferred way, and that is to just peel the skin off using a peeler, because it saves time. And I notice a lot of people, they don't really enjoy the taste or texture of the skins of apples. I personally like mine with the skin on because I heard there are a lot of nutrients contained in the skin, so I keep it. I have finished cutting all of my fruits for my salad. I'm just going to scramble it a bit so the fruits are all even, so with every delicious bite you get an array of fruits and not just apples, not just strawberries, like that. Next, I'm going to take my small bowl and my spoon, and I'm going to make the dressing. For the dressing, I think I'm going to use maybe around 2 to 3 teaspoons of honey. I'm using honey instead of sugar because honey is more healthy and it's also more natural than sugar. Besides, the taste, the sweet taste between sugar and honey are quite different. I like honey more, but if you like sugar more, then yes, you can change the honey for sugar. Next, I'm going to cut my lemon. I'm only going to use half a lemon because there are already strawberries in the salad, so I don't want to, make it super duper sour. And I also don't want to overpower the taste of the other fruits, with the dressing. So maybe around half a lemon is enough. But if you're making a bigger portion, and of course they can adjust the amount of lemon, the amount of honey with the fruits. I'm going to squeeze the lemon. I suggest you cut the lemon into fourths so they're easier to squeeze. Then I'm going to mix the lemon and the honey. Make sure you mix it evenly. Now, this is still a very concentrated dressing, so I'm going to pour a little bit of my water, maybe equal parts of the water, so it's not as concentrated. Before I forget, I'm going to put maybe around 4 tablespoons of nata de coco into my salad. This is just a fun treat. This is not healthy, but I feel like nata de coco is a great topping, great touch to a fruit salad. Mine are pre-sliced from the store, but you can also get the cubes if you wish to. I'm going to put in maybe around 4 to 5 tablespoons of this. Mix it evenly. Now, the last step is to pour the dressing all over into the bowl of fruits. After that, you're all done. Your fruit salad is now ready for consumption. Now, keep in mind, this recipe is only for 1 to 2 servings. So, if you want to make a fruit salad for 3 or for 4, then you can adjust the recipe to your needs. And that is all for my demonstration. I hope you enjoy, and I apologize for any mistakes in this video. Thank you.